Hello, can you hear me?
You guys don't remember Ariel? Ariel did a stream with me. He was one of my mods. Devout Catholic. He was there when I was on my journey.
Yeah, I've actually gained a lot of weight. Not a lot of weight, but
no,
some
actually,
weight.
Look the same. I'm the one who gained 20 pounds, but I hope to lie to me and
No.
say I still look lean like before.
You still look lean like before, obviously.
I got to go to confession. All right, what's up, bro? I haven't seen you, man.
Yeah, it's been a while. I have a question for you about
you know the faith more than me. Go ahead.
No, not at all. Psalm 91, which you've brought up before.
Psalm 91 in the Hebrew, right? Not Psalm 90.
And the Hebrew version, Psalm 91, right? And the Septuagint, Psalm 90. Yeah.
Okay.
I had a question about verse 9. So
yes.
I was reading Eusebius's commentary on the Psalms.
All right.
And in verse 9,
what do you need me for? So in Eusebius, it's Psalm 91 too? Meaning it's also Psalm 91, not Psalm 90? Okay, but I'm opening it up. Go ahead.
Yeah. So in Psalm 91:9, let me see. So the way it's rendered in the Septuagint, which is interesting, is "Thou, O Lord, have made the Most High your refuge," which seems to point to two divine persons.
Yep, that's Septuagint. Let me get the Septuagint. That's why I said, what was he reading? But Septuagint is going to be Psalm 90. Take it easy, guys. Got to go through all this. Take it easy, right? Take it easy. Oh, take it easy. So Psalm 90. For thou, O Lord, art my hope. Thou, my soul, has made the Most High thy refuge. Here it reads differently.
It's a bad translation because my soul is not in the Greek.
Hotisu kiri. Okay, you, Lord. E el pismo. Yeah, it says, you, Lord, are my hope. Tan. Here it says, siston, the high. Ethuf. Kato figinsu. So, but even here, he's saying, the Lord is my hope. He's not saying, the Lord, you have made the Most High your refuge. He says, my hope. See, he el pismo. The Lord is my hope.
Yeah.
Even if you ignore, if you ignore my soul, the Lord is my hope, right? Made the Most High thy refuge. So you're saying that he's referring now to the Lord making the Most High's refuge, because the way you said is the Lord made the Most High's refuge, almost as if the speaker is referring to himself as the Lord. But now I understood what you're saying. What you're saying is, now I got it. Here he says, so understand what he's saying, "O Lord, you are my hope," right? You have made the Most High your refuge. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so what he's saying is, if you remove my soul, the literal translation is, "O Lord, you are my hope." This is Elizabethan English. So I'm going to read it in plain English. So this is what he's saying. Now I got it. I assume what you're saying. I thought you're saying the speaker is speaking of himself as the Lord, who then looks to okay, I got it. I got a little confused. You, O Lord, are my hope. You made the Most High your refuge. So if you ignore my soul, which is not in the Greek, and I don't see the word suche here, so you'd be right. Right? So literally it says, you, Lord, the help of me. The Most High, right? Right here.
Yeah.
The Most High, refuge of you. So now, literally it's saying, the Lord who's my hope, the Lord made the Most High his refuge. So that's two divine persons. Well, yeah, you can't argue against it. It's right there. Yeah, he's right. I'm looking at it.
Yeah. It's
but
also
now,
interesting.
Now I see what's wrong. Well, no, actually, no, it wouldn't be, because I'm trying to see how they would try to argue. Because no evil shall come upon thee. Well, no, that still wouldn't be a problem. No scourge shall draw nigh to thy dwelling. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. No, excellent. Yep. No problem. Yeah. No, actually, he's right. So guys, understand the literal. This is why you got to check the Greek. Doesn't have the word soul. So literally it says, for you, O Lord, are my hope. You, meaning the Lord, he's talking to the Lord now. You, Lord, made the Most High your refuge. That's two defined persons. So that means the psalmist is saying his Lord is going to seek the Most High to be his refuge, to protect him until he finishes God's will. And that ties in perfectly with Jesus being the Lord, who was protected by the Most High from failing in his message. And that would be confirmed when we read in Luke 1:32, when he says he'll be called the Son of the Most High. Or even Mark 5:6, or Luke 8:29, when he's called the Son of the Most High. Yeah, that would perfectly compatible. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem. Only problem is the Hebrew doesn't reflect it. So let me look at the Latin.
Actually, apparently, I was reading a liberal Jewish article on this, and they're saying the Hebrew, if you read the Hebrew literally, it makes the same point. But they would, yeah.
But go ahead, make your point, because I'm now going to have to write a post on this. Thank you, sir.
No
so
problem.
What did he say about the Hebrew?
So they would say that the Hebrew is elliptical in the sense that it's apparently missing words. Yeah. But nice, literally, the Hebrew says the same thing.
Good. Shoot, man. Then that's oh man, I just did that. Then that's about it, Holmes. Then I'm going to do an article on this, homie. Psalm 90, verse 9. Let's see. Yeah, right here. Because thou, O Lord, art my hope. Thou hast made the Most High thy refuge. Clearly. Yep. Guys, you have another Trinitarian text that perfectly comports. Excellent. Now I'm going to do a post and a session on this, Holmes.
Yeah.
There you go, Holmes. Now let's look at the Hebrew. Shoot, man.
Eusebius.
Thank you, Eusebius. You found this in Eusebius?
Yeah, it's in Eusebius. His commentary on sin.
Is it online?
Yeah. There are some websites that have excerpts of his commentary.
Send me the link. You know where to send it to me, right?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, because that's what I like to do, find nuggets in the Father. So here. Because you, Yahweh, my refuge, the Most High have made your dwelling place. Yep, Hebrew says the same thing. Guys, the Hebrew, Latin, and Greek say Yahweh made the Most High his refuge. Brother, I'm doing a post tonight and a session this week, Holmes. Shoot. Damn, homie. Because this is applied to Christ. Homie, don't play that. This is why these translations mess us up, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
Guys, you see what he found? Let me repeat. I don't think you got it. The Hebrew, Greek, Latin has the psalmist saying, Lord, Yahweh, my hope, and Yahweh, you made the Most High your refuge. So Yahweh and the Most High are distinct, and Yahweh's looking to the Most High to protect him. And then Psalm 91 is applied to Christ, showing that Christ is that Yahweh, and the Most High is his Father. Damn, homie. My mind's playing tricks on me, homie. You got it, Holmes.
And it's funny, the Muslims use this psalm, and they don't even realize, Yeah,
but we didn't realize it because of the translations, right?
True.
So you see how translations, because they have an anti-Trinitarian bias or hesitance to see the Trinity in the Old Testament, because they don't want to offend non-Trinitarians or liberal scholars. They obscure the languages by adding words in English. You see what they're doing to you guys? Translators who either are anti-Trinitarian or afraid to offend non-Trinitarian sentiments and scholarship, they will not translate literally because they don't want to give the impression that they're saying you can find the Trinity in the Old Testament and deceiving us. Damn, man, you're getting me pissed. But you got it, yeah. Phenomenal find. And Ariel's one of those guys. That's what I told you, what I say. He does a lot of research and studying, and I learned from him. Now, you saw it. He sent me a lot of stuff. So you got to send me the link to Eusebius. And if you wonder why I'm looking, because I'm trying to see the cat. It's hot. Cat's going to die. Beautiful,
so
bro.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
No, you're right. Hebrew, Greek, Latin, all agree. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to show the Hebrew, Greek, Latin, and I'm going to get that link with Eusebius and say, bye-bye, Tovia Singer. Bye-bye, Muhammad Hijab. Bye-bye. And then we're going to have to send this to Jimmy Aiken.
Oh, my goodness.
Any other questions, bro?
No, that was it.
Always pray for Ariel. Ariel, the God watch over him, bless him, preserve him. That's all I can divulge with you, but pray for him. God provide for him, preserve him, and empower him, that we all finish the race. He's a good brother. You haven't seen him in a while because he's busy, but pray for him.
God bless you, Sam. God bless
Pray,
everybody.
brother, next time you see me, I'm 20 pounds lighter. If not, I'm going to live in a monastery.
All righty. Thank you, bro. See you, man.
Great find. Love you. I'm going to do a post on it. Now, if you guys don't remember Ariel, he's one of my mods. He's actually one of the most passionate, knowledgeable Catholics out there, but he's been busy doing life. He was there on my journey before I became Catholic. And if you guys don't know him, Ijaz Ahmed, that scum, doxed him, doxed his sister. So you put Ariel, and here's a session he did with me. This is Ariel. This is when I was still on my journey. I was on my journey. I hadn't become Catholic, but I had left Protestantism. There he is, giving the Catholic perspective of justification. Remember this young man?
Can you hear me better now?
No, better. Yeah, baby.
Okay, awesome. Okay, the past couple of weeks that I've been attending to Mass,
Yes.
I have not been taking the Eucharist because I think that I'm a mortal sin. But that got me thinking that I'm ignorant enough not to understand what's the difference between a mortal sin and a venial or veil sin.
Mortal sin means you've lost the grace of justification. You're spiritually dead. That means you're no longer part of Christ. You're not saved. So you have to then get it rectified. That's something the priest will do for you. Mortal means to die.
But do I have to tell the priest that I think that I'm under mortal sin, or do I just tell him that my morals? That was my follow-up question. Like, how do I properly confess?
You have to confess. You have to confess the sin that you committed that makes you think that you've committed mortal sin. That's why you have confession. You have to tell him. That's why he's there.
Right. Okay.
And that's something private between him and you. He can't disclose it. So God in his mercy will have you go to the shepherd. He's your shepherd. He holds you accountable. It's only between him, you, and God. He can't disclose it. And then he will tell you what you must do to be restored. You have to do it, brother. You ain't got no choice.
No, I understand. But that's why, because it would be wrong for me to take the Eucharist.
What is it? I can't hear you. I cannot hear what you're saying.
It would be wrong for me to take the Eucharist if I thought that I was under mortal sin. But I felt a separation between me and Jesus since I haven't taken the Eucharist, and it's quite sad, to be honest.
Gotta go to him.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to go to him. You got to go and say, my conscience is convicting me. It's killing me. I'm not at peace. I'm full of doubt. I think I've committed mortal sin, that I've lost my justification. If you lost your justification, that means you are dead and you are severed from Christ. But that doesn't mean you can't be restored. So I don't know why you feel this way, and I don't need you to tell me, because this is public and it's something between you and God and the man of God.
Right.
If your conscience is bothering you, you have to get your conscience cleared. That's where confession comes in.
Correct. And Sam, one more question. Is it correct to go to confession just before Mass? Mass starts at 11 in Toronto, and I go to confession at 9. Is that...
What does your priest allow for? What does your priest tell you can't? What does the priest allow for? Does he say it's okay? You have to...
Yes. At my Catholic church, they allow confession 15, 20 minutes before Mass starts.
Okay. But you have a situation where it may require more than 20 minutes. Right?
Right.
You may have a situation where you can't rush it. You may have to sit and open your heart to the priest, and it may take more than 20 minutes, so your conscience is cleared. Not one of those, forgive me, Father, I have sinned, and speak in generalities, and he absolves you and take the Eucharist. Right?
Right.
So get to the priest right away. Don't wait Sunday, 20 minutes. Contact them saying, my conscience is killing me. I really think I have sinned, and the sin that leads to death, and it's eating me up, but I need the Eucharist. So I'm here confessing, because you're the shepherd. Tell me what to do. And you'll be okay, brother. I'll tell you why I know you're going to be okay.
Why?
Can I tell you why?
Please.
Someone who's still connected to God, someone who still loves God, will feel convicted like you. Someone who is dead to God and could care less about God doesn't give a damn what state he's in, what sin he commits. He don't care. The fact that's hitting you up means you do care, and you have not been handed over where there is no hope for you.
Thank you, Sam. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm a baby in the Catholic, and then sometimes I feel so connected to Christ, and then other times I feel so disconnected. It's like a continuous battle, but I'm trying to fight. You know what I mean? So that's yeah. I'm trying to do the right thing.
Brother, the fact that you're convicted shows you love Christ, because I'm letting you know, someone who's reached a sin, what we call the blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, when you reach that level, you are so dead in heart and emotion, you could care less about God. You could give a damn about what Christ says. You could give a damn what the Bible, and you openly defy God and mock him because you hate him. The fact you're troubled, the fact you're convicted, the fact you're afraid of losing God, that means your heart is tender and still in the hands of the Spirit. So don't let Satan play with your mind. You're okay. Just get to confession. You'll be all right, brother.
I will. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate you so much.
Love you, brother. And pray for me as you pray for yourself, because I need it.
Will do. Will do. Thank you, Sam. God bless you. God bless you so much. Thank you.
Okay, what's up, buddy? Go ahead.
Yeah, I have 2 questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Does Romans 8:39 implicitly prove the deity of Christ?
Yes, God and Christ together. Their love is perfect. It's almighty. And if you remain in his love, no power can sever you from the love of God in Christ. It's not just Romans 8:39. It's also Romans 8:35, right?
Yeah, because it separates him from every creature.
Yep. Not only that, but remember, it's because there's the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. But what does Romans 8:35 say, handsome?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, no.
All right, let me open it up for you. Okay, hold on. Let me get the... Luciano, you look angry, brother. You know, Luciano sleeps with the fishes. Luca Brazzi sleeps with the fishes. You laughing at me?
No, with you.
All right, but I got to laugh first, which I did. So you got me there. You're good, man. How old are you?
19.
Vietnam. Saigon. No, 19. Before your time, there was a song. See? Who will separate us from the love of Christ? See? Start with this, because it shows you Father, Son, and Spirit are co-equal, because the love of the Father is the love of Christ, the love of Spirit, and their love is almighty and perfect, and no power can sever you from the love of the Father, Son, and Spirit, right?
Yes.
All right, there you go. So yes, that's a good one. What else do you have, mister?
Yeah. Is Micah 2 the end, the
Before
breaker?
Before you go on, Mility, tell him he can come up with you. You can ask questions. I won't attack him. So why don't you come up with him, and you can keep your camera off. Don't tell him, don't be scared. If he's nice, I'm nice. Go ahead. What's it?
Is the end of Micah 2 about Christ?
Micah 2?
Yeah. The breaker.
Depends. Micah 5 is about him, but I haven't seen people use Micah 2. Micah 5 is, but you know what? Because I like you. Because Micah 2 is about Christ. Okay. 19. Vietnam. Saigon. All right. What part do you want me to tie it in with Christ?
It was about verse 7.
Okay, I like your accent. What nationality are you, young man?
Dutch.
Hey, the double Dutch duck. The double Dutch. This is about the Spirit of Yahweh. So I don't know what you mean by Christ. It's about God's Spirit.
Yeah, okay.
And the Spirit of God is the Spirit of the Father and Son, but it isn't specifically referring to which person of Yahweh. Is it Father, Son, or both? Because the Holy Spirit belongs to the Father and Son, and they're both Yahweh with the Spirit. So this right here, not as clear. But Micah 5 is about Jesus. You know that, right?
Yeah, Micah 5 too.
Yes, okay, that's so I don't need to show you. All right, you're good, man. Anything else, young man?
How do I gain discipline to pray more, read the scriptures?
Yeah. It's that. Notice what you said, discipline. Discipline takes effort. It's hard. Discipline doesn't come easy. If it was easy, then it wouldn't be called discipline. That means you got to force it. Like yesterday, I was so tired, I became lazy and went to sleep when I should have gotten up and did my walking so I can feel skinnier. We have to just daily wrestle with ourselves and fight our urge to be lazy and force ourselves to be disciplined. That's it.
Yes, thank you.
That's it, brother. There's no magic solution.
Yeah. All right.
And if you really want to be disciplined, keep looking at William Albrecht and see what will happen to you if you don't work out. And you're going to look like that. That should encourage you to go running.
Yes.
You agree, right?
Yes.
Thank you, man. You're a good man, kid. Love you, kid.
God bless you. Bye.
You know what, David? Honestly, you're the son I never wanted. I want you to be proud.
Thanks.
Okay, brother. God bless you.
Bye.
Good kid. I'll pray for him. He's not damn. You're the son that no one wanted, Joey. But go ahead.
Okay. I don't want to take up too much time, but I have a question.
Take your time. Don't worry about it. It's okay. We don't care what they say about you. You're a good lady.
Thank you. Okay. What does the word kurnomios mean? And I ask for a reason.
Kyrioumenas. Well, if it's Greek, Kyrioumenas, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to see where is he getting it from.
Here you go. I put it in the private chat.
Okay, yeah, but even though if you give me the private chat, I would have to know where is he getting from? Kurnomios? Well, nomios, I can't tell you. Nomos would be lie, so I can't law. I'm sorry, so no, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Why do you come up with these word games? Like, okay, what about this and that? What is wrong with you guys with these? Oh, what about Nepal and Nidal and? Are you guys all right?
So the backstory behind that is like when I pray sometimes, he'll give me random words, or God will give me random words or names.
You think it's God giving you random words, or is it just your overactive imagination? Kurnomios. Why is God going to give you words you don't understand unless you're praying in tongues?
I think because he knows I'm going to look him up. And I did look that up, but I wanted to confirm the meaning with you. But if you don't know,
you looked it up, what did you find?
The Lord my shepherd, apparently.
Kurnomios means the Lord is my shepherd?
Apparently.
Kurnomios? Then you're not spelling it right. So I don't know. Kurnomios, no. Kyrios is Lord. So I don't know how you're spelling it, but that's not how you spelled it. Kurnomios. Kurnomios. It's not even spelling the word law. And if I look at the word shepherd here, so I don't know, man. Sister, as a believer, you've stopped smoking hookah, right?
Yes.
And no more vodka, whiskey at night?
No.
I just want to make sure. Okay, let's see here. Because I don't know what language that is. Here, you said, the Lord is my shepherd, right?
Yes.
All right, that's what you said here. I'm sorry, because that's Psalm 24 and Psalm 23 in the Hebrew is Psalm 22. They have a different versification in the Greek, right? The Lord tends me as a shepherd. Okay, here is Kyrios, poi, meni. Kyrios, poi, meni. Don't sound like no kurnomios to me. So what language is that?
I assumed Greek, but still investigating.
Okay. So I don't know why God would give you words that you don't understand unless you have the gift of tongues, and then he'll give you interpretation. So I don't know, because this is now the second time he told me we're getting all these words. I don't know. Maybe God is, maybe God isn't.
Maybe. It was a while ago. 1
Corinthians 14 says, I'd rather speak 5 words clearly than 10,000 words in a tongue that no one can understand. And he says, and I pray in the spirit, but not in my mind. Then who gets edified? 1 Corinthians 14. So you're scaring me there, sister. So
it was a long time ago. So
because right here, Kyrios, poi or p, mine. I'm trying to see how native Greek speakers won't say Kyrios, poi, mine. That's Raspian. I'm trying to see how the Greek speakers would pronounce it. Kyrios, P, ma'ini. That's, I think, how you guys would pronounce it. Because the Raspian way would be Kyrios, poi, manai. Poi, mainai. All right, but no, that has nothing to do with Greek. Anything else?
Right. I do. That was more of a quick question, but the better question I have is, what is the story behind the waters of Meribah?
The waters of Meribah?
Yeah.
Give me the context.
I think it's Psalm 81.
Yeah, but give me the context. What do you want to know about it?
I guess I want to know, like, how can Christians use that as an example of Christ's heart toward us?
Whose heart?
Christ.
In what way?
Like, I know the basic story behind Meribah. Like,
okay, so how's that Christ's heart to you? You speak. Listen, if you speak in code words, I can have Mike Winger explain to you.
I guess I just want it like better explained than just me reading it on my own. I take it to mean something like,
what do you think?
People were not very good to him. They doubted him, but he was still loving.
At Meribah, they doubted him that he was still loving, or they were doubting his ability to provide for them?
A mixture of both, I think.
Why would they doubt his love for them when he went out of his way to bring them into the wilderness and provide? Or was it more they're doubting his ability to do what he says?
I assume a mixture of both, like I said. I always wondered why they did that.
And me asking the question, I'm refuting your assertion. I'll ask it a third time. Why would they doubt his love for them when he's already gone out of his way to show them his love for doing what he did for them in Egypt and the Egyptians and the Red Sea? Or is it more they're doubting his power? See, this third time I ask you the question, see if you're going to get it.
It may be more that they're doubting his power, I guess.
How could they doubt his love when the complaint they have is they doubt his ability to preserve them in the wilderness? That's constantly the refrain. That, why'd you bring us out here? Weren't there enough graves in Egypt? And we had plenty in Egypt. You brought us out here to die. So they're testing God's ability to preserve them in the wilderness, right? Now, you may be right. Maybe they're still questioning his kindness. How could they, though, when he went out of his way to protect them from the plagues, inflict the Egyptians with the plagues, protect them from Pharaoh and split the Red Sea for them, and did not allow the Red Sea to then engulf them? What more could God have done?
I don't know what he could have done. I think he did everything he should have done.
So it's more of their ability, right? They're denying his ability.
Yeah.
Because even here, what you're reading, I relieved his shoulder of the burden. His hands were freed from the basket. You called in distress, I rescued you. Even what you're reading to me tells you that he is showing his love, but you're telling me they're doubting his love. Yeah, I answered in the hiding place of thunder. I test you at the waters of Meribah, Selah. Right?
Yeah.
So even what you showed me, he's actually reminding them of all the love and kindness that he bestowed on them. So, but how does this tie in with Christ? I still didn't make the connection because you're confusing me.
That's kind of what I wanted to ask you. Like, can we take that as...
Yeah. In what way?
I want to say his patience toward us. Because he's still... Yeah.
Okay, patient what?
Patient even when we're not performing so well, I could say.
Well, if God wasn't patient, you would have been dead long ago. So would your atheist friend be dead long ago.
Yeah.
Right? Because if God was not a patient God, the moment you did something to displease him, he'd have zapped you out of existence, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that you continue to live and breathe and move in spite of all you've done and continue to do, and God hasn't brought his wrath on you, what could be clearer sign of his patience than the fact that you still live?
That's a very good point.
Could there be any clearer sign of it?
No, not really.
That's for all of us, right?
That is for all of us, yeah.
That's for those of us who know better and confess the Lord and still fail him, and at times even willfully sin, because we love to indulge our flesh more than crucify it. We're all guilty of that, especially me. And the fact he doesn't zap me at the moment, but is still patient, what more God could do to show how patient he is, the fact that you and I are still having a conversation in spite of our failures, and defying God and him not wiping us out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to know, does it tie in with Christ? Yes. That's why I'm saying, how do you want me to tie in with Christ? Because 1 Corinthians 10 tells you these stories in the Old Testament are examples of what not to do Because what Christ did to them in destroying them, he'll do to you. That's what he says in 1 Corinthians 10. Nevertheless, with most of them, God was not well pleased, for they were struck down in the wilderness. Now these things happened as examples for us, so that we would not crave evil things as they also crave. So why did God write these events in the Old Testament? As examples for who?
For us.
So that we can learn from their mistakes, not repeat them, because if we do, what will God do to us? Here you go. Do not be idolaters as some of them were. As it is, and the people sat down to eat and drink and stoop up to play. Nor let us act in sexual immorality as some of them did. And 23,000 fell in one day. Nor let us put Christ, there it is again, guys. Who did they test in the old wilderness, guys? Who did they tempt in the wilderness? Who did Israel tempt in the wilderness? Christ, as some of them did and were destroyed by the serpents. Nor grumble, as some of them did and were destroyed by the destroyer. Now these things happened to them as an example, and they were written for our instruction, upon whom the ends of the ages have arrived. So they were written as examples to instruct us that if we behave like them, we'll be destroyed like them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's the answer, right?
I would say that answers it, yeah.
It has to be.
It's what I thought, but I just wanted to check in with you to make sure I wasn't like...
That's why you got to be. So you speak in generalities. Like, what about the waters of Meribah? What about it? Don't go fishing there. How do you want me to answer? Right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What about Konamino? Kana kana wana kana. What kana 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 mana kana? What does that mean? Do you think I have of interpretation?
I'll get off the name stuff then.
For Allah, you're killing me. Be specific. What about Meribah? This is in the wilderness where they anger God because they question his ability to provide for them. Meribah and Massa. Meribah and Massa. Okay, two places, right? All right. Okay, what about it? Be specific. Hey, Sam, what about Meribah? Well, don't go fishing there. What about Hakana Manakana Wanakana? No. I don't have the gift. Be specific, sister, before Jesus talk shows up, Mariana, and I hang myself with my shoestrings. What's your other question?
I don't have any other questions right now. I want to give everyone else time.
All right. I will set up some with you and your atheist friend, but if you guys start going into coded languages and speak, you know I'm going to send you guys to Mike Winger, right?
I promise Sam, I won't.
Hey, Sam, what about Golgotha? Okay. Yeah, what about it? Yeah, what about it, Sam? And can you tell me what Hakana Kana Wanakina Wananas means? All right. I got my shoestrings ready. I'm about to hang myself, lady.
Hope not.
All right. We're free tomorrow. Lord willing, if you're free tomorrow, Sunday, we can do some tomorrow, Sunday.
Okay.
Let me know by email.
Oh, God bless.